we shall all welcome the heads of offices, directors, deans, and associate deans, together with the university officials. Attorney Norlino Reyes, acting university and board secretary, also the chief of the Administrative Services Division.
We also have the Bicol University Vice President, Dr. Luis O. Amano, Vice President for Research, Development, and Extension, Professor Jerry S. Vigornia, Vice President for Planning and Development, Attorney Joseph L. Bartolata, Vice President for Administration and Finance, and Dr. Amelia A. Rosa, Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Let us all acknowledge our respected guests. Let us all acclaim the 8th President of Bicol University and this year's commencement speaker, Dr. Arnulfo Maria Mascarillas. Together with his wife, Dr. Maria Jane Mañaga Mascarillas.
To formally open this ceremony, may I call on Dr. Lani L. Maceda, University Registrar.
Our esteemed commencement speaker, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascarillas, SUO President for Bicol University and Vice Chairperson, Bicol University Board of Regents. The honorable members of the Bicol University Board of Regents, Dr. Aldrin A. Darlan, Chair Commissioner and Chairperson, Bicol University Board of Regents, Honorable Mark O. Go, Chairperson, House of Representatives, Committee on Higher and Technical Education, Honorable Joel Villanueva, Chairperson, Senate Committee on Higher, Technical and Vocational Education, Honorable Joey S. Salceda, Representative, Congressman, 2nd District of Albay, Director Romel S. Serrano, Regional Director, Department of Science and Technology, Region 5, Director Agnes M. Espinas, Tolentino, Regional Director, National Economic and Development Authority, Region 5, Dr. Antonio Gary L. Zamora, Private Sector Representative, Director Rodel P. Torilla, Regional Director, Department of Agriculture, Region 5, Mr. Edgar S. Barameda, President, Bicol University General Alumni Association Incorporated, Engineer Fernan B. De Matera, President, Bicol University Union of Faculty Association Incorporated, Mr. Mark Louis A. Aller, Chairperson, University Student Council, the University and Board Secretary, Attorney Norlin P. Reyes, the Vice Presidents, Dr. Amelia A. Rosa, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Attorney Dr. Joseph L. Bartolata, Vice President for Administration and Finance, Professor Jerry S. Vigornia, Vice President for Planning and Development, Dr. Luis O. Amano, Vice President for Research, Development, and Extension, our beloved deans and directors, the department chairpersons, the faculty, the non-teaching personnel, and other university officials, the very proud parents, my dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. This year is the 17th Bicol University Gubat Campus Commencement Exercises with the theme Future-Proofing the University for Greater Resilience. As University Registrar and on behalf of the administration of Bicol University, I now formally declare this ceremony open. Diyos Mabalos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the entrance of colors by the Bicol University Reserve Officers Training Corps.
Let us all be one in mind, body, and spirit, as we praise and glorify our Almighty God through an invocation to be led by Ms. Erdeline D. Diaz Molina. And please remain standing as we pay tribute to our country by singing the Philippine National Anthem to be conducted by Mr. Gilbert E. Lopez.
Who, in their passion to teach, and in achieving what we endeavor the most, a brighter future for our families, and a better world for our brethren. Above all else, O Lord, bless our graduates and their families who never waver in their support to bring each one of them to success and become bearers of your goodness to the enduring hardships of our communities and of the world we live in. All of these we ask and pray through Christ our Lord, the way, the truth, and the life. Amen.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Mr. President, as Director of BU Campus, I have the honor to present to you 223 candidates for graduation, 111 of whom are graduating with honors with the following degree and non-degree programs, 62 from the Bachelor's in Agricultural Technology, with 1 magna cum laude, and 29 cum laudes, with 1 academic distinction. From the Bachelor of Secondary Education, broken down as follows: 26 major in Filipino, with 19 cum laude and 1 academic distinction. 13 major in social studies, with 2 magna cum laude and 9 cum laude. 37 from the Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, with 16 cum laude. 85 from the Diploma in Agriculture Technology, 33 with honors. They have satisfactorily completed the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the Bicol University. I am submitting the list of candidates for record and future reference.
By the powers vested in me, by the Bicol University Board of Regents, I hereby declare you graduates of your respective degrees with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as obligations and responsibilities thereunto pertaining. Congratulations!
Please be seated. To introduce this year's commencement speaker, may I call on Dr. Amelia A. Torosan, Bicol University Vice President for Academic Affairs. The commencement address is next after her introduction.
To the honorable members of the Board of Regents, our beloved President, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas, the Vice Chairperson of the Board of Regents. Of course, we have our Chairperson, Dr. Alvin Darilar. To the members of the Bicol University family, our Vice Presidents, our beloved Deans and Directors, most especially the Director of the Bicol University Gubat Campus, Madam Rose Haji, our heads and chiefs of offices, our dear faculty members, beloved students, dear parents, friends, ladies and gentlemen, marayang hapon po sa inyong our 17th commencement speaker here in Bicol University Gubat Campus, the 8th Bicol University president, was born of goodly parents. He was born and was home to be great. He was born on February 12, 1961, and was home to be the 8th president of Bicol University. He was schooled with a Doctor of Philosophy in Community Development in 1991, with a Master's degree in Rural Sociology in 1993, both from the University of the Philippines in Los Baños. His bachelor's degree is on agriculture, majoring in agronomy, from the Central Bicol State University of Agriculture in 1982. He was formed and was transformed by circumstances, by people and places who were providentially placed in his path. A native son of Tinago, Ligao City, presently residing in Ginobata, Albay, he was never born with a silver spoon of wealth or the legacy of a powerful sounding name or lineage. Having been born of goodly parents, his father, Mr. Viviano M. Mascareñas, and his mother, Mrs. Consuelo S. Mateo, have instilled in their children the transformational effect of education, even as they constantly admonish them to never forget God. Growing up, he learned how to balance his responsibilities as the second of 6 children. This is because of his family's difficult economic circumstances. He never got the chance to
chemical engineer, or a lawyer. Two career choices that were closest to his heart back then because of their poor circumstances. But he was a consistent honor student from elementary until his graduate studies. He became the recipient of academic scholarships from high school to college, from the PFF Cocoped Scholarship Grant to graduate school with the USAID Scholarship Grant and PhilRise Scholarship Grant, respectively. Obtaining the highest grade point average between school year 1991 to 1993, he was inducted to the UPLB's Gamma Sigma Delta Honor Society in 1991 and to the Phi Kappa Phi International Honor Society in 1994. Before joining Bicol University in 1993, he worked as field research aide with the Bicol Consortium for Agricultural Resources Research and Development, or BICARD, and Research Assistant 6 of the Southeast Asian Regional Center for Graduate Studies and Research in Agriculture, or CIARGA. He joined 2 USAID-funded projects before settling down in the Department of Agriculture in 1988 as agricultural technician at the USAID project. His journey to Bicol University was confidential when he met a beautiful young maiden in 1984 who later on became his loving wife and the mother of his 2 children. Before becoming the 8th president in 2015 March, he was director of the Bicol University Research and Development Center of the BURDC, director of the Commission on Higher Educational Regional Research Center, or the CHED-HERCE, from 2007 to 2015. He also became the Dean of the Bicol University Graduate School and the director of the CHED's Continuing Education Program from 2003 to 2007, both in concurrent capacity, including Assistant to the President for Planning and Development and University Planning Officer from 1995 to 1999. He has published technical papers locally and internationally on climate change and disaster risk management, supply and value chain analysis of selected agricultural commodities, and impact assessment. Active in extension and consultancy engagements, he worked in remote barangays, assisting municipal LGUs to prepare comprehensive land use plans and project feasibility studies with implementation of development projects. In March of 2015, he was elected as the 8th president of the Bicol University with his vision of making BU as a world-class university producing leaders and change agents for social transformation and development. True to his words of laying down the foundation of a world-class university, Bicol University embarked on institutional accreditation and other evaluations of the different programs, as well as the US STARS evaluation in 2 consecutive years in 2018, 2019, and onwards. Coupled with hard work and with the strong support of the men and women working together without the now 8th president, Bicol University was able to pass the international accreditation at level 3 and QS 3 stars evaluation. This just proves his strong commitment to lay the foundation of Bicol University's process, a Bicol University's B for becoming world-class. He believes that this vision may not be attained in his 8-year presidency, but the seeds sown and the foundations laid with a legacy to be passed on to the next generation of leaders. In 2016, he twice received the Most Outstanding Alumnus Award from the Central Bicol State University of Agriculture and the Most Outstanding Alumnus Award from the College of Public Affairs of the University of the Philippines in Los Baños, including Most Distinguished Alumnus Award by the UPLB Alumni Association during its General Homecoming and Loyalty Day. The Asian Council of Leaders, Administrators, Deans, and Educators in Business, or known as the ACLADEM, declared our A University President as the Most Outstanding CEO Global Education Award last year. In 2019, he was unanimously reappointed as the 8th President of Bicol University, Philippines, by the Bicol University Board of Regents after a grueling evaluation of his first term as President. Having been given an outstanding rating of 97% for his sterling performance. The young, unassuming boy, born of goodly parents from Ligao City, has indeed gone a very long yet fruitful road, armed by faith in divine providence, a nurturing heart, and a spirit of passion and excellence. He continues to strive for his beloved Bicol University as he collectively charts its course towards sustaining gains, building milestones, building more milestones, and future-proofing the university for greater resiliency. Friends, graduates, parents, guests, ladies and gentlemen of the beloved Bicol University family, please help me welcome our 17th commencement exercises speaker in BU Gubat campus, the 8th President of Bicol University, Dr. Arnulfo Mateo Mascareñas.
You may have your seat now. Thank you very much, Dr. Ami. To the members of the Governing Board of the University, headed by Commissioner Alvin Darilan, to the Director of the BU Gubat Campus, Dr. Rose Haji, to my fellow officials of the University, dear faculty members of Gubat Campus and non-teaching personnel, my dear graduates and dear students around, loving parents and guardians, guests, my special someone and better half, Dr. Jane, ladies and gentlemen, maraming hapon sa inyong lubos. After 6 grueling days of attending commencement exercises, we now come into the conclusion of this activity, which makes me very sentimental, my dear graduates, because this will be the last time that I will be standing in front of you and to attend commencement exercise at Bicol University as your president. Today, as I stand before you for the last time as your president, I stand with nothing but a sense of gratitude for the manifold blessings that are products of our collective steadfastness, patience, perseverance, and resiliency as one Bicol University community. I stand as an academic leader, grateful for the faith we share and the trust you have all unwaveringly given to my administration, even as we sail through the many shocks and stresses together as one family and one university. As I look back at my presidency, I am wrapped in nostalgia and wistfulness, recalling the many trails that we have blazed and the countless challenges we have hurdled as one Bicol University family. The past 7 years have not been easy, beginning from the time God blessed me with the Bicol University presidency. It was filled with transitions and transformations due to the effects of natural and man-made events such as the K-12, the SUC leveling, Industry 4.0, changing higher education landscape, natural calamities like typhoons, and in the case of Albay, of course, in Sorsogon, volcanic eruption, and of course, the lingering COVID-19 pandemic. All of these amounted to radical changes in the delivery of our threefold mandates along instruction, research, and extension, which many of us found uncomfortable. These events, especially the pandemic, have tested our resiliency and our resolve to overcome all adversities. If there is one important lesson that I learned from my presidency, it is the necessity of future-proofing Bicol University in order to minimize the costs and impacts of shocks of future events. By anticipating and addressing these future shocks, we eliminate the roadblocks to our journey towards our vision of a world-class education, producing leaders and change agents for social transformation and development. This is exactly what we have been doing for the last 7 years, until the final moment of my presidency. Allow me then to present to you the gradual transformation of Bicol University into a future-proof academic institution built towards greater resiliency through the various plans and programs that we implemented along human resource development, curriculum and instructional delivery, research and innovation system, physical facilities, and academic governance. We take a look at Bicol University in retrospect and see the difference that 7 years of strategic governance can do towards future-proofing the university for greater resiliency to future events. What Bicol University has become over 53 years of existence, we owe it to the men and women who have unselfishly given their youth and idealism in the service of humanity as members of the teaching and non-teaching personnel of the university. In order to sustain the gains and continue building milestones, we have to maintain a critical mass of highly dedicated and highly qualified workers who will continue the journey towards our vision long after we have left the portals of the university. That is what we have exactly done over the past 7 years by recruiting and hiring highly qualified 362 teaching personnel and 123 non-teaching personnel to fill up the void due to retirement. We have to ensure also that Bicol University's track record along certain areas of expertise is not lost after retirement of personnel by launching and implementing a massive human resource development never seen before in the annals of Bicol University. This has benefited 276 personnel who pursued their advanced education degrees within and outside the country. We have also continuously supported the professional development of our workforce through their attendance in non-formal trainings and conferences, both within and outside the country, which benefited an average of almost 600 teaching and non-teaching personnel every year. As we face an uncertain future because of the pandemic and other events that will come our way, we are rest assured that Bicol University will withstand and overcome them all because of our investment on human resource development. When we started our journey 7 years ago, we committed ourselves to offer market-driven, relevant, and quality academic programs responsive to regional, national, and international development needs. Along this direction, we have continually subjected our curricular offerings to program accreditation, resulting to 3 Level 4 programs, 39 Level 3 programs, 47 Level 2 programs, and 7 Level 1 programs. We hope that before I leave the university, most of the programs will now be Level 3 accredited. We have been subjecting also all our programs to quality assurance evaluation since 2016, resulting to 45, now it's 46 out of 110 curriculum programs issued their Certificate of Program Compliance or COPC by the Commission on Higher Education. To ensure that our curricular programs are in accordance with the prescribed standards of the Commission on Higher Education and our relevant stakeholders, we have to continually review and revise our academic programs, resulting to the revision of 74 course offerings as of April 30, 2022. With all these initiatives, we are certain that the quality of our academic programs can withstand the challenges of the ASEAN integration and globalization. Bicol University has also become even more comprehensive with the offering of new academic programs in response to existing and emerging needs. The latest addition to our growing list of programs include the Doctor of Dental Medicine and the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, which we are going to offer this school year. We have also our first batch of meteorologists joining this year's commencement exercises, while the first batch of lawyers and psychologists will graduate next year. And this coming July 20, next week, my dear graduates, we are set to receive the authority, government authority, full government authority to offer Juris Doctor or Bachelor of Laws for the university from the Legal Education Board of the Philippines. The natural calamities that hit the province, such as volcanic eruption in 2018, and for Sorsogon this year, and series of typhoons in 2016 to 2020. Plus, of course, the recent COVID-19 pandemic have caused a lot of disruptions in the delivery of our academic programs. We cannot anymore rely on the traditional learning mode of delivery, which has characterized our instruction mandate for the past 50 years. The pandemic and a series of calamities that we went through have given us the impetus to consider and adopt the flexible learning modality and to enhance the capacity of the Bicol University Open University in open and distance education learning delivery. All these innovations require huge investment in information and communication technology on the part of the university. Now, we have our BU website and the learning management system cloud-hosted by a third party to avoid or minimize disruptions caused by natural calamities and erratic power supply. Soon, we will have a smart campus that makes use of state-of-the-art technology in support of our instruction mandate. I may not be around anymore as your president when all these technological innovations become operational, but it is a legacy that our faculty members and future students will enjoy for many years to come. Research is the Achilles heel of most higher education institutions, including Bicol University. But being a university, we have to stay relevant in knowledge generation and in innovation dissemination by having a critical mass of faculty members who are actively engaged in R&D initiatives. The logic is that with more faculty members engaged in research, more R&D outputs are to be expected. But sadly, that is not the case, as researchers are not developed overnight to produce scientific publications, patents and inventions, and other intellectual properties. The past 7 years have been devoted to strengthening the RD&E foundation of the university through human resource development, policy innovations, laboratory facilities built up, and organizational restructuring. Over the last 5 years, more than 50 faculty members have earned their advanced education degrees in science and technology, who we expect to play a pivotal role in the innovation ecosystem of Bicol University. We have also put in place policy measures to incentivize the engagement of our faculty members in R&D, but at the same time exerting pressure to faculty members, especially the full professors and associate professors, to faithfully observe the QC requirements of their academic rank. Huge amount of money was also invested to establish laboratory facilities to support basic and applied researches in agriculture, sciences, food technology, and industrial technology. Restructuring the organizational landscape of Bicol University R&D system is a significant step that will facilitate our transition to SUC Level 5. Now, Bicol University is already SUC Level 4, but our points is already qualified for SUC Level 5. However, we have to strengthen further our performance in R&D for us to be able to reach and achieve SUC Level 5. And when you say SUC Level 5, it means to say that Bicol University is at par with the best universities in the ASEAN region. The restructuring of the organizational landscape for R&D has resulted in the creation of the Office of the Vice President for Research, Development and Extension, 4 support divisions, and 6 RD&E centers. The 6 RD&E centers are expected to generate research outputs to augment and complement the R&D performance of the academic units, thereby ensuring the attainment of the major final outcomes of the university for research and extension. This significant move, my dear BUNUs, my dear graduates, is for you and the others who will be entering the portals of Bicol University. It is the very same vision that we pass on to you as legacy, because for every knowledge generated and copyrighted, for every innovation produced, and for every technology invented or patented is the innovative mind and passionate heart of your mentors, your professors, your teachers, who will most likely pass on these torch to you and ignite the flame of vision within you. If there is one aspect in my presidency that has captured the attention of the public, the retirees, the alumni, and faculty members, it is the massive and unprecedented infrastructure development during the past 7 years. Given that most of the physical facilities were constructed during the inception of the university way back in the early 1970s, most of them are already in a state of disrepair, needing either immediate renovation or replacement. The growing population of the university also necessitated the construction of new buildings to house additional classrooms, laboratories, and offices. Dormitories were also built to provide our students safe and secure residence, while basic amenities like clean running water and comfort rooms, Wi-Fi connections, library service with expanded collection were also provided. The growth and expansion of the university prompted us to open new areas occupied by informal settlers for infrastructure development and to secure our land assets to avoid land ownership issues in the construction of new facilities in the future. Just this morning, I had a meeting with an LGU official in Albay, and he vowed to support my proposal for Bicol University to build its university hospital. And I hope this will be one of the final legacies that I will be leaving behind in the university after I step down as your president. Again, if ever it will become a reality, I may not be around to see its completion, but at least we have started it in my term as your 8th president of Bicol University. But I must say, my dear graduates, that 7 years of massive infrastructure development is, however, not enough, given the government's financial limitation, procurement issues, and the university's limited absorptive capacity. We shall devote the remaining 8 months of my presidency to commence and/or complete the remaining infrastructure projects such as Phase 1 of the College of Dental Medicine Building, academic buildings in BU Tabaco Campus, and BU College of Agriculture and Forestry. And of course, next year, our proposal to construct in BU Gubat Campus the Knowledge Management Building or the library to the tune of 45 million was already endorsed by the DBM to the central office. We hope that proposal will be finally approved when it's presented to Congress this coming September. At the start of my journey, I committed myself to a responsive academic governance, which is about formulating and implementing policies that address and anticipate the needs of relevant stakeholders of the university along instruction, research, extension, and administration. We have restructured the university, resulting to the right sizing of the organization through merger, abolition, and creation of new offices in response to organizational goals and targets and external environment. We have streamlined some administrative processes, resulting to greater efficiency and maximization of resource use, such as the centralized payroll system, decentralization of procurement process, outsourcing of basic services like yung janitorial services, the online registration system, online evaluation of teaching effectiveness, and removal of student semester clearance, which I believe is very beneficial for our students in Bicol University. Because before 2015, my dear graduates, every semester, our students in BU were required to undergo clearance every semester. But we saw that it is impractical, so we proposed a policy intervention, which until now is in place in the university. Measures were also implemented to enhance the RTE performance of the university, such as observing the QC requirements of the academic rank of faculty members, adopting the no research, no promotion policy, which I think many of you here got promoted in recent months, observing the no research, no teaching overload policy, and a lot more. Soon, the no research, no thesis dissertation advising policy will be implemented in the graduate school, and eventually requiring publication as requirement for graduate students to obtain their degree. In the field of instruction, innovative policies were also adopted, such as large class, coursework reduction, flexible and blended mode of delivery, among others. Soon, the university will implement the flexible enrollment system, which will give students the discretion in choosing what subject and what schedule they will choose or adopt for a particular semester. After this series of commencement exercises, we're going to settle down to come up with the implementing guidelines so that by second semester next year, we would be able to implement this flexible enrollment system. In my remaining months, more policies based on lessons learned will be formulated to guide succeeding administrations. On top of my list would be the review and revision of the guidelines on student performance assessment. Another one is on streamlining and harmonization of policies for academic programs offered in several academic units of the university. We have already started this, my dear graduates, my dear faculty members of GUBAT campus, for BS in Food Technology, which the Admin Council has endorsed already to the Board of Regents for approval on Monday. And before I leave the presidency, I hope that we will be able to effect the realignment of academic programs and resources for greater efficiency and complementation. At the outset, our vision of turning Bicol University into a world-class institution was met with skepticism from various sectors, even from within Bicol University. But instead of allowing these criticisms and veiled rejections to dampen my spirit, I choose to surround myself with people who share my seemingly quixotic vision, enabling me to forge ahead and overcome the various transitions from K-12 to COVID-19 pandemic. Our transition during the last 7 years was never easy, but we were able to sustain the gains from the previous administrations and build more milestones that can propel Bicol University for greater height of resiliency. I truly believe that the greatest accomplishment of any leader who aspires to be a good shepherd is to ensure that his flock is secure even when he is no longer with them. This is why we have been preparing Bicol University for what lies ahead in the future. Because if your alma mater continues to become a better school, a better second home for people like you, and for every member of Bicol University family, then your and our future is also secure. Class of 2022, please keep in your heart this simple truth. Whenever adversity, trials, tribulations, and periods of uncertainty come, let us focus on finding ways to lessen each other's burdens and find ways of understanding each other's concerns while searching for ways to make every minute of trials and adversity count. As Eleanor Roosevelt so aptly said, and I quote, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." My dear graduates, go where you are celebrated. Go where your ideas will bear fruit. Go where you can serve better. But never abandon those who reject you or have a different path than you. Build a better world for all, and include them still in your dreams, in your vision of a better future beyond what we have now. Empower each one with a gift of greater resiliency. Ignore the cancel culture that has been so predominant in the social media, especially in the virtual world. If you believe in a higher being or a higher purpose, then you will know deep in your heart. If you truly listen with the ear of your heart, then you will know that even in diversity, there can be unity, that rejection and hate is, as you millennials would say it, not cool. My dear graduates, both of us are at a certain crossroad in our lives. As you leave Bicol University, you begin another journey towards becoming the change agents and catalysts for social transformation and development that we envision of. Stay the course and be the embodiment of a resilient person with a mind of a scholar and a heart of a servant. As I leave Bicol University, I will carry with me all the meaningful moments and shared memories of 8 significant and most productive years in my life. And I assure you, my dear graduates, my Bicol University family, that I will live with an enlightened mind, a happy and contented heart, and a soul forever grateful, and with a burning desire and passion for service, for social transformation and development. I may not be a true blue BUNU, as I did not earn any degree from this great academic institution. But I was transformed and formed from experiences within the fold of my Bicol University family, which has openly accepted me. I had many opportunities working in other places and in other organizations and institutions, but only Bicol University has captured my heart. A lifetime of thanks to you, my Bicol University family. Maraming salamat. Diyos ang magbalos sa inyong mabos.
Republic of the Philippines, Bicol University Gubat Campus, Gubat, Sorsogon, awards this plaque of commendation to Dr. Arnulfo L. Mascarenhas, Sub-President for Bicol University. In deepest gratitude and sincere acknowledgement of his exemplary contributions and invaluable support as commencement speaker during the 17th commencement exercises of Bicol University Gubat Campus, with the name future-proofing the university for greater resilience. Given this 15th day of July 2020 at Sorsogon Provincial Gymnasium Capital Compound, Sorsogon City, Province of Sorsogon. Signed, Dr. Rosemary R. Haji, Director, BU Gubat Campus.
At this juncture,
As I call upon the graduates of each course, please remain standing for the imposition of the PU alumni. Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, Bachelor of Secondary Education, Bachelor in Agricultural Technology. Dear graduates, beloved parents, Bicol University family, ladies and gentlemen, the Bicol University takes the honor and pride to impose upon you this alampay, the ultimate symbol of the respective degrees you have completed. The alampay is the symbol of your profession. Wear it with dignity. Live up to its expectations and let it remain pure and untarnished. It is a covenant that will bind you to our beloved Bicol University. May this ever be your guide in the exercise of your profession with dignity, prudence, and justice. Now, you may now make the change of your alampay from your left shoulder to the right, from your right shoulder to the left. You may do it now. Thank you very much and congratulations to all of you who are dear graduates.
Congratulations!
Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascarenhas, SUC President 4, will now lead the distribution of diplomas to the graduates. He will be assisted by the Vice Presidents, University Registrar, Deans, Bicol University Gubat Campus Director, and Campus Registrar.
The names of the graduates will be read by their respective department chairpersons as follows. Mr. Gerald H. Estelier for the Bachelor in Agricultural Ecology. Dr. Greg G. Olares for Education Department. Mr. Demetrio E. Castillo on behalf of Ms. Alda May A. Aligan for the Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. And Mr. Gerald H. Estelier for the Diploma in Agricultural Technology.
For the Bachelor in Agricultural Technology, Christian Gaylano Martin, cum laude. Nico Angelo Tales Pilon. Ace is Corel Dulot with academic distinction. Jerry Fernando Dumalao. Joven Sador Enrico, magna cum laude. Erwin Engay Escobete, cum laude. Wally Celestino Escobete. Rufo Fiesta Espera, cum laude. Joshua Completo Espinola. Richard Felices Esmino, James Raina Esmino, J. Escardra Puntaba, cum laude. Joshua Ocampo Pino, Alfie Venerado Lariosa, cum laude. Crystal Jean D. Apoloan, cum laude. Irish Ariola Baroka, Sherry Ann Capusano Binaobra, cum laude. Marvick Salas Chavez, Elizabeth Green Villomas, cum laude. Arian Escueta de Una, cum laude. Ana Nabapuin Doctor, cum laude. Charmaine Gustavo Dumalao, cum laude. Cesarina Isolina Isinames, Christine Angeline Figueras, Indonela, cum laude. Jessa Aquino, cum laude. Jolina Espiel Pino, cum laude. Jeneline Igabagio Pino, April Pura Irvas, Abigail Fabilani Escarda, cum laude. Iana Nicole Jose Escalinas, Rhea Estelier Estructura, Jeneline Erlano Espadero, Crisel Joy Cabrera Esmedina, Marilyn Liuna Esmedina, Nika Mali Sabaya, cum laude. Marites Albor Estinor, Giselle Esmeña Estunancho, Rochelle Erlano Estrellado, cum laude. Alaika Del Prado Esquaria, cum laude. Melcy Del Llosa Ibarno, cum laude. Miriam Floresca Altopino, Rachel Ann Pastera Felices, cum laude. Karen Doctora Ferreras, cum laude. Romeline Caposta Flaco, Gia Polo Puasa, Margen Fuentes Gapan, Leia Hapa Abo, cum laude. Isel Udon Amor, cum laude. Lumelita Estabaya Hanapin, Jessamine Talimban Jerusalem, cum laude. Jewel Lumanais Hoben, cum laude. Jovelyn Dayalogo Nadi, Arlene Campeto Nagala, Risa Ambosano Julia, cum laude. Ivy Eva Cortez, Mary Rose Iskandor Patuike, cum laude. Nicole Ereño Pastoral, cum laude. Marife Ereño Payos, cum laude. Miaka Veronino Perez, Ira Galupo Sumig, and Roseanne Ferreras Valdez. Congratulations.
Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Filipino. John Mark Federizo Indra, cum laude. Jerwin Estares Hila, cum laude. Julius Escobar Lagpapan, Rafi Camposano Laguna, Jericho Dominguez Las Piñas, cum laude. Ryan Escarcha Quiñones, cum laude. Jose Santa Ana del Monte, cum laude. Precious Grimaldo Yoruma, Loida Fajardo Encinadas, cum laude. Maria Espiña Eranjo, cum laude. Glenda May Cuenca Escoriaga, cum laude. Vanessa Espiña Escobar, cum laude. Jennifer Zamora Espinito, cum laude. Sarame Morano Fajardo, academic distinction. Carissa Payne Eva Felicidade, Ana Jane Fabilani Ferron, Sarina Escarcha Fontila, cum laude. Elaine Volga Portales, cum laude. Iris Espinita Francis, cum laude. Mary Grace Sabando Fraina, cum laude. Annie Formento Freyolo, cum laude. Cindy Bernal Minerva, cum laude. Elisa Ferreras Pantiloni, cum laude. Mikey May Wang Panas, cum laude. Janice Garcia Pura, Sherilyn Encinares Santa Ana, cum laude. Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies, Fernando Recaña Robio, cum laude. Charles Conguena Divina Gracia, magna cum laude. Outstanding graduate and well-received an award from Pio Alumni Association Incorporated. Juan Ocampo Incunano, will be awarded by Dr. Edgar S. Marabito. Joan Ocampo Incunano, Crisel Escolano Ermina, Jessa Espayos Ermino, cum laude. Christine Joy Mabuya Espiloa, cum laude. Iris Christine Felices Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Sherman Chucampo Pidia, cum laude. Abigail Pereira Hermo, cum laude. Mary Joy Fajardo Ladisma, cum laude. Clarice Esmeria Ladit, cum laude. Maria Angelica Camara Moina, cum laude. Angeline Espanyo Pacori, cum laude.
Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, John Ray and Danila Balote, cum laude. Raymar Escopete Ovilia, cum laude. John Kenneth Algares Forza, cum laude. Jabel Castillo Espinosa, John Michael Esquier Fajardo, Ryan Esteveres Ferreras, Hazel Coronel Aragon, Joyce Espinida Cordero, cum laude. Reynalyn Tisulo, cum laude. Giselle Nadim Dumanco, cum laude. Jessa Lavinia Gones, cum laude. Mirna Ilahi Eresmas, Lori Papa Ermina, Jessa Ovidia Ermino, Reggie Maronda Escaros, Chinchin Joven Escaros, cum laude. May Tumo Ispadero, Neza Umali Espena, Jessa Ferreras Espinida, cum laude. Isa Floralde Espera, cum laude. Cherry May Imata Espinola, Gaida Bueno Esteves, Rona Felices, Angela Irish Guadalupe Forte, cum laude. Gabriela Competente Fragio, Cheryl Fontanares, Janine Ferreras Gabuyo, cum laude. Maris Inano Gala, Rachel Jose Trulia, cum laude. Joan Antuni Amor, Leonardo Barciman Lastre, cum laude. Julia Kendall Dalias Lopez, cum laude. Reina May Yanela Madrigalejos, Maricon Nevero Malana, Erica Licusto Nacional, cum laude. Mary Joy Adios Cura, and Tubi Hermas Toluhara. Congratulations.
For the diploma and Diploma of Technology, Jerome Reptin Borja, Jayo Esteliero Escote, Racel Esteliero Escondura, Christian Ezer Espeño, Ernie Auxiliada Esplana, Ryan Conelas Escoto, Michael Angelo Leo Franco with high honor, Edric Happy Conelas with high honor, Gerson Brando Caita with high honor, Paul Manuel Estincilla Lacao, Hill Emberga Malines with high honor, Mark Angelo Abagon Naya with high honor, Lee Joshua Arnel Nepomuceno with high honor, Justin Hanaban Perez, Toby Grant Espedilla Tabunan, Mark Luigi Ereño Santa Ana, John Rico Andrade Toca, Julie Amber Almasco Abelugo with high honor. Jane Rose Laganzo Alas with high honor. Joanna Esteliero Ariola, Julian Dahan Balbuena, Lalaine Vergara Baluli, Angela Villa Bazagales with high honor. Cristemel Bartolan, Nika Angela Talens Bilog, Carla Jane Adige Cadilla, Rochelle Espinol Camara with high honor. Clarice Antone Karin with high honor. Richard Atampatan Gulyomar, Maui Raven Ilyoma, Maylin Bonete Lindam with high honor. Paulita Rabat Lerna with high honor. Jessica Yolanda Leticio with high honor. Lordelisa Leantos Leuna with high honor. Nicami Bacos Leano, Maria Sheila Pura Doctor, Rica Lumalayas Lumasi, Cisara Sorenya Isinares, Hanabi Apure Teresmas, Maribel Stayani Escapin with high honor. April Rose Iscario Escorio with high honor. Jerry Zerdenia Escultura, Cristel Leona Espinilla, Cristel Joy Herrera Espinelli, Janice Esteves Espinilla with high honor. Cristel Niña Reyes Esquera, Stephanie Javier Capatalo Estabay, Arlene Espinocilla Escolano, Rona Benavente Estopasa, Giselle DeBlois Estrellado, Nicole Espinocilla Estrellado, Daisy Maquiñana Fabiana, Aloha Ruby Embuena Pazon, Eliza Ann Felicidario with high honor. Sheila Juan Fernando with high honor. Ira Estopasi Florante, Jinmei Isqueo Cortez, Justin May Gabionza Tualo with high honor. Jonah Peralta Fuedan with high honor. Jean Gayola Fontanares, Marilu Arbis Furio with high honor. Isabel Lasaka Gabriel with high honor. Camila Meneco Caselo with high honor. Isa Escalilla Gajos with high honor. And Ocayo Gajos with high honor. Maria Luz Ate Galeria, Dixie Jane Parenas Cañas with high honor. Kimberly Carmen Campos with high honor. Celeste Cortez Cuela, Saldini Villamardas Baca, Michelle Diaz Tabayo, Agnes Hadiazo Laksa, Dalia Ejeya Laksa, Zaira Merabuna Leona with high honor. Ira Stayan Lupito, E. Zaira Umal Luneta with high honor. Vivian Salan Makasina, Doname Carlos Maglente, Seth Angeli Fran Mendez with high honor.
Rosalyn Salvador Nasabi, Maria Chelo Sanchez Manes, Jovelyn Escanilla Panierdo with high honor, Lilian Iskandor Pura, Winnie Leones Trilao, and Resalyn Ulit Silulu. Congratulations.
May I call on Professor Edgar S. Marameda, President of the Bicol University General Alumni Association Incorporated, for the induction of the graduates to the Bicol University Alumni Association.
Mangyari po ita sa tuwing natin ating pagkamay at sa ating mga sasabihin. Panata sa samahan ng mga nagtapos. Ako si, makikituran natin pangalan, nagtapos sa pamantasan ng Bicol. Ay taimtim na nanunumpa, natutuparin ko ng bumusay at katapatan ang ating mga tungkulin sa ating alma mater at sa samahan ng mga nagtapos sa paaralan ito. Sisikapin kong huwag madulutan ng anumang bahid ng kaibigan o kasamaan ang pangalan ng aking paaralan. Babalikatin po ang mga pananagutan sa Diyos, sa bayan, at sa aking kapwa nang walang anumang pasubali o hangaring umiwas. Kasyanawa ng Diyos. The graduates of Batch 2022, congratulations and welcome! Bicol University General Alumni Association Incorporated.
Professor Edgar S. Barrera. And now, let us hear our graduates sing the Bicol University hymn, Dr. Eva Tugarli Diplois Kandaki.
There's a